Alright, in this video we're getting into why industrial metal and rock disappeared or seemed to disappear in the early 2000s. First of all, industrial metal and rock started to wane in late 1990s and early 2000s due to a combination of cultural shifts, industry changes, and musical evolution. Here are some key reasons.
Your actions will end the world.
One, mainstream overexposure and genre saturation. By the mid to late 90s, industrial metal had reached its commercial peak with acts like Nine Inch Nails, Marilyn Manson, Rammstein, Rob Zombie. However, as with many underground genres that break into the mainstream, oversaturation led to diminishing returns, the sound became formulaic, and newer bands began to struggle to differentiate themselves. Second reason is the rise of nu metal and alternative metal. As industrial metal was peaking, nu metal like Korn, Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park emerged with a more accessible, groove-driven sound that combined elements of hip-hop and alternative rock. Nu metal quickly became a dominant heavy genre, drawing fans away from industrial and the colder and darker and mechanical aesthetic. Labels and radio stations prioritized this new wave of aggressive music, leaving industrial behind. Third reason is shifts in electronic music trends. Electronic music evolved drastically and dramatically in the late 90s. The rise of big beat like The Prodigy, The Chemical Brothers, trance, Paul Oakenfold, Tiesto, and drum and bass, The Crystal Method and Goldie, shifted attention away from industrial's raw mechanical sound. Many younger audiences turned to more club-friendly electronic styles rather than industrial rock's harsher dystopian aesthetic.
Going backwards. Going backwards.
4. Decline of key bands and lack of new blood. Several major industrial acts either changed their sound, went on hiatus, or faced commercial struggles. Nine Inch Nails went on hiatus after The Fragile in 1999, wouldn't return until 2005. Marilyn Manson shifted toward a more glam goth rock sound post Mechanical Animals. Ministry, pioneers of the industrial metal genre, went through inconsistent releases before fully pivoting to a more thrash metal sound in the 2000s. And KMFDM, while consistent, remained more underground and never reached mainstream heights. Meanwhile, newer industrial bands struggled to break through, leading to stagnation in the genre.
Going backwards. Going backwards.
The fifth reason is shifting cultural and aesthetic trends. The late 90s and early 2000s saw a shift in youth culture away from cyberpunk-inspired dystopian themes toward a more rebellious, pop culture-driven aesthetic. The rise of reality TV, Y2K optimism, and internet culture moved mainstream tastes away from the darker, machine-driven themes of industrial music. Even darker rock music like emo, post-hardcore, My Chemical Romance focused on emotional intensity rather than mechanized aggression. The sixth reason is changes in the music industry and media. With the decline of physical media sales and the rise of Napster and MP3s, many niche genres, including industrial metal, struggled to maintain momentum. Industrial had always relied on strong underground scenes, but as radio and MTV prioritized more commercially viable rock and pop music, or pop punk, industrial had fewer mainstream platforms to thrive. Although industrial metal and industrial rock declined mainstream visibility, the genre never fully disappeared. It evolved in new ways. Bands like Rammstein continued to dominate internationally, keeping industrial metal alive on the global scale. Underground scenes persisted with acts like Comic Christ, Three Teeth, and Author and Punisher carrying the torch. Industrial elements blended into other genres, influencing modern metal, electronic, and even hip-hop production.
End of the world. Will you to oblivion?
Today, industrial metal is experiencing a resurgence thanks to nostalgia, cyberpunk aesthetics, and renewed interest in aggressive genre-blending artists like Horsk, Health, Horror, or HO9909, and are incorporating industrial influences into their sound, proving that the genre still has room for evolution. And I would honestly say that industrial metal and rock didn't really disappear. I would say it just went back to being in the underground. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of a history lesson for you folks about why industrial metal and rock disappeared or seemed to disappear in the late 90s and early 2000s. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you feel it has value, please share it. If you have any questions regarding this period of industrial metal and rock, I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Maybe you have other information regarding this, so please leave that information below in the comment section. And if you feel this channel has value, please hit that subscribe button and be notified when the next video comes out. So see you in the next video. Fuck yeah.